bounce. The third annual Four Peaks Challenge returns this Saturday to help benefit domestic violence victims. Tonight, I want to welcome Steve Pepitone, the owner of South Main Cycles in Belmont, and Kathy Kleininger, the director of the Shelter of Gaston County beneficiary organization of Four Peaks Challenge. Thanks, both of you, for coming out tonight. I know we had to do this on the last minute, and you were so gracious to come out.
Thanks for having us.
All right.
Thank you very much.
Now tell us, this is the third year this event has been going on. How's it been going in the first two?
Great. Yeah, I mean, last year we doubled year over year in terms of participation, and probably threefold in terms of the funds that we raised for the shelter. We'd love to see that happen again and double again and go from 200 to 400 riders. That's a pretty optimistic goal to double year over year, you know, continually. But we're hoping to have a good turnout. We got great weather. Looks like for Saturday, so we're hoping to raise more money and have more riders come out and join us.
Eric dialed it up for you guys especially, so we'll give you the props there. Do you have to be any skill level as far as a cyclist to participate, or can anybody participate?
You know, we're looking for road cyclists, but we have 3 challenging routes to kind of accommodate different levels of riders. We have a 25-mile route for the beginners, all the way up to a full 100-mile route with over 5,300 feet of climbing for some of our more experienced cyclists.
Okay, all right, good deal. So, Kathy, let's talk about the proceeds that are going to benefit the Shelter of Gaston County. It's a battered women's residence and resource center, right? How long have you all been around?
The shelter has actually been in the community since 1982, and so that is actually 33 years that we have served Gaston County.
And how did you all get together? You collaborated on this and decided you were going to take the cycling event and benefit the shelter?
Well, actually, there's another partner that has worked closely with the Four Peaks Challenge, has been someone from Belmont Police Department, and he actually liked my enthusiasm and energy with the shelter is actually the way that all of this involvement came to be, and it's just wonderful to be able to be a part.
Tell us about some of the needs that you might have there in the shelter.
Our needs vary really as donations come into our facility. Our shelter is actually operated through the county, through the Department of Health and Human Services, but anything that we do for the women and children, we rely upon support from donations of in-kind or monetary support.
Go ahead. Can you take us through somebody maybe coming in and needing your assistance, how that process goes?
Individuals would need to call in on our domestic violence crisis line, which is 704-852-6000. And once that caller is accepted to come into our facility, then a police escort police department will bring them in to ensure safety and to make sure they're not followed in coming into our facility.
And then how long do you take care of them, and how long does that process last?
Our facility is normally for 45 days. During that time, a case manager will work with each individual family in the shelter. And one thing to remark is that our shelter has not been completely empty in bed space in the past 13 years.
And you definitely need some funds and need some help with that, right?
We really do need donations and support to provide specific services there within the shelter.
Steve, getting back to you with the bicycle rate, with the event, what are you looking to raise? Do you have a set figure, or just as much as you possibly can?
Last year we raised over $10,000, and so we're hoping to exceed that for sure.
Okay. Anybody that you're asking them to get off the couch that maybe that don't necessarily ride on a regular basis? You said there is a course for them to actually sign up for, and and it won't be anything that's too rigorous, correct?
It's 25 miles, so they should be prepared for that.
Should they go through a doctor? You want to make sure that you're in shape, right?
We've got SAG support, and so we won't leave anybody behind for sure.
I won't be there because I'm not in good shape, but I understand. But I understand what you're saying. So we appreciate this. Let's put up the information. The third annual Four Peaks Challenge kicks off from downtown Belmont this Saturday. Cyclists will go through Gaston and York counties. Registration starts at 7:30 in the morning, and the ride starts at 9 a.m. Then there will be more festivities from noon until 5 o'clock p.m. For more information, log on to WBTV.com. Look in the Web Extra section under the Home tab. And quickly, who wants to tackle the more activities coming up at 5 o'clock? What's going to be happening there?
Yeah, we've got award-winning barbecue, craft beer,
now you got
a lot of music. So yeah, come on out, even if you don't ride.
All right.
And there's one thing I'd like to add is actually the funds being raised for this ride will provide counseling for our in-house children at the shelter, which I think is extremely important.
Yes, and all the money stays local and stays with the shelter.
It does. It certainly does.
Well, thank you all for being here, and we wish you the best of luck with the project. Okay.
Pleasure.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
All right. Let's get back to our sound off tonight. 2 Milwaukee police officers